Hey, thank you for so much for tuning in to the Vibrations. My name is Bunny Babs. I'm gonna light some Palo Santo to clear energy out from the last reading. Thank you, y'all. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Thank you, Infinite Masters. Thank y'all for everything y'all do for us, for the collective that watches me. Thank y'all for the bringing me to the people, helping me connect with people who need to hear my messages the most. Thank you for loving me, guiding me, protecting me. Thank you for helping me help others. Thank you for using me as a vessel to help others. Thank you for helping me to bring clarity, love, abundance, joy to people who need it and deserve it the most. Thank you. Okay, damn it. I don't know where I need like an ashtray or something. Uh, Damn it. I don't feel like going to get one either. So it is what it is, y'all. We're going to let that burn right there. Okay. Alright. So, we're just going to, this is just going to be like a go with the flow kind of reading because I don't even know what the, yeah, we're going to just see what does the collective need to know? What do you need to know today? This is going to be from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck. I like to just pull these and see what chakras we need to work on. And they're like really good ways to just get, a couple messages just to have a reference point and get started. So, what are we going to do today? What are we doing from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle deck? What do y'all want to collect with ancestors or angels, spirit guides, ascended masters? First one out is the heart chakra. Alright, I think this is enough. I'm not reading no more reversal. And then, alright, so overall energy is going to be this solar plexus, third chakra, solar plexus, freedom of choice. I have the freedom to choose, so I choose wisely because my decisions have a great impact on how I see myself and how I feel about myself. I own, accept, and express my feelings unreservedly and do not try to escape them with my own mind games. I have free will to choose how I respond to any situation. I choose to respond with wisdom, clarity, and understanding. So, yeah, this is, basically talking about when your feelings come up, instead of trying to trick yourself into acting like that's not how you feel, just to sit in those emotions and feel them. And there's nothing wrong with that. So if you get angry, because we all know sometimes people get angry. There's nothing wrong with being angry. Like, I feel like when I first got into spirituality, a lot of people they're like a lot of readers or whatever, or just people that made that type of content. Like, they basically tell you, like, I mean, I'm saying it wrong, but basically there's something wrong with you getting angry. Like, you need to figure out what's with it. Why are you able to get angry? I disagree with that. I feel like anger is always going to be there, to be honest. Like, this is something I've been on my mind a lot lately. Like, anger is always going to be there. They call it anger management for a reason, not anger disappearance. They call it anger management. Like, that's the class if you get, you go to court, you have some type of issue or whatever, and you spaz out, and court, you gotta go to court about it, and they tell you to go to anger management. I had to do anger management when I was anger management? Yeah, they only made me do like one class, but I had to do anger management when I was a teenager for something dumb. But I didn't learn nothing from there, I'm not gonna lie. But I learned stuff from me over the years. I learned how to manage my own anger. But anger comes up, it's like you learn new ways to deal with your anger. You could sit in your anger. You could tell yourself you're angry. You could wish all the bad on whoever is making you angry you want. And I don't care what nobody say. Don't say that you can't. Like, you like, just suppressing the emotions is going to make it worse at the end of the day. And if you have somebody that died in your family, like, you can't just be like, oh well, they died. You know what I mean? No, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel that. That might be something that stay with you for the rest of your life, to be honest. Like, my dad died when I was 15. I'm 27 now, and so 12 years ago. And sometimes I still get in my feelings over, like, I'll be thinking like, dang, I wish my dad was here. You know what I mean? It'll be like, but I learned coping mechanisms, like I would say, and I learned management. You learn how to manage that. I mean, it does go away. Like, I don't know. It doesn't fully go away. Like, it'll come back sometimes. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. But it might not be as strong as it was before. You know what I mean? Like, I know when my dad first died, like, I would cry pretty much every day. But, like, now, probably, like, what? I mean, I wouldn't really, I wouldn't even say I cry anymore. It would just be, like, every once in a while, I'd be like, dang, I miss my dad. But really, I only, like, lately, I've been noticing I only get those feelings when I'm, disappointed by others, because I feel like my dad was like the realest person in my life. But it's like, what helped me not have to feel that way is getting away from people that do me wrong. Like, then I won't feel like I miss my dad, like, because this person's fake and I wish I had somebody real. Like, get away from that person. Be the realest person you are to yourself. Be the realest person you could be to yourself, and that helps. That helps. When it comes to anger, like, somebody makes you mad, you're not all that. Oh, I wish them the best. Like, cause I used to feel like, okay, if somebody makes me mad, let me just wish them the best. And, like, don't get me wrong, yeah, you can, and eventually you will. But in that moment, while you're still angry, if you wish that person dead, it is what it is. Like, if you want that person to die, if you wish, you want to harm that person physically, you have to feel that. Not saying that you have to go do it, but you know what I mean? That's what you have to feel to get over it. Because eventually you'll be like, all right, I'm putting so much energy into wishing bad on this person. I need to just focus on myself. But you got it all out at the end of the day. Like, you got it out. You don't even have time to focus on that person. Some people, they'll hold on to those emotions and they'll suppress them, and it'll be like they'll take it out on the next person. You know what I mean? That doesn't really deserve it, because they can't get to that person right then and there. So, you know what I mean? Or some people they'll hold on to hurt that they had as a teenager, things that they did, and they'll take it out on people who don't deserve it. They'll look for people that they feel like is weak, or that feel like don't know how to stick up for themselves, and they want to feel that power that the other person had over them. You know what I mean? It's just a toxic emotional pattern that keeps being passed on, and you want to break that. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, so then we got the heart chakra. These ones be having me talk a lot. The heart chakra. Acceptance of self. It's time to rejuvenate myself by giving myself love. I accept myself the way I am, and I remind myself that I cannot feel any better about life than how I feel about myself. I will not wait a moment longer to accept myself. I honor what my body is asking for, and if I'm unsure, I will ask myself, what can I do to be healthier and more balanced than I am now? I dwell upon all that is right in my life and not what is wrong, and I have gratitude. I accept my life as it is now, and I move forward from here. So yeah. So we got solar plexus out here twice. Sorry about that. Gotta tend to my baby. Anyways, so with this one, I feel like this kind of leans into what I was just saying. Like, I honor what my body is asking for, and if I'm unsure, I ask myself. You give yourself more love. You focus on. I feel like, when you do get angry, or you do get sad, or you do get upset, you gotta focus on the things that are going good in your life. You gotta focus on what you can control in the moment, what you can do to make yourself feel better. How do you get out of that energy? How do you give yourself more love? Instead of directing so much hate toward the next person or other people. Then we got the crown chakra. We got the crown chakra today. The seventh chakra, crown chakra, bliss. I seek and find peace, quietness, and moments of bliss in my life. I am persistent in this quest. I allow myself to feel divine presence radiating within and around me. I allow myself to create abundance and fulfillment, and to live a life free of fear. Meditation is part of my life. I love this because I feel like meditation been coming on in a lot of my readings. I learned how to meditate when I was 20 years old. Meditation has been the best thing that ever happened to me. What Dolph say? He said, God keep blessing me so every day I meditate. I love Young Dolph, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a good song right there. What song is that? Young Dolph. Dang, let me see. Baller alert. I had baller alert. And that goes with the message too, because it says, I allow myself to create abundance and fulfillment and live a life free of fear. So, you know, meditation, in my opinion, brings in a lot of abundance. Like, the reason why I push it so much, my life has changed so much since I learned how to meditate and learn how to calm down my anger and learn how to direct myself, like, focus on myself. Stop. Like, I honestly, when I was young, I feel like I used to do things from a place of wanting to make people jealous, wanting to shit on other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what? In high school, I used to want to work, all the time. Like, get the most hours, like, so I could, basically just have nice things, like, have nice clothes, be looked at like I'm not girl or whatever. But the older I get, I'm like, I am not girl, and I don't need to, like, it's just, I don't need external validation to, feel that way. I don't need nobody else to look at me like, oh, she's a hard worker, or, you know what I mean? Because I used to feel that way when I was young. Like, I always want people to see me grind, like, see me. Now it's just like, I mean, this grind has always been in me. Like, I'm just a grinder, period. But it's just like, you burn yourself out when you do it from a place of like, oh, I want to do this before the next person, or I want to have this before the next person. Like, I used to feel like I used to have to have a car before I got out of high school, which never happened. I ain't get my first car till I got out of high school or whatever. But I always wanted to be driving before I got out of high school, because I used to think that was gonna bring me more friends or whatever. But honestly, that brings you more people that's gonna use you. Like, you're around all these people that don't got no car. You know what I mean? And, now everybody want to be cool with you because you got a car and you'll take them from A to B and B to C. You know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, like, you probably, when you in high school, you ain't going to ask for nobody for no gas money. You going to just want to be cool and, be there for people just because. Anyways, then I got solar plexus. So we got solar plexus twice. So solar plexus is what's really connected to your abundance, But third chakra, solar plexus, oneness and unity. I accept the oneness of all life, and I know I am one with all others on this journey. I support them and let them support me. I am brave and not afraid to ask for assistance. I allow myself to empathize and sympathize with others, and I choose to see the love in all around me. I see everything as part of my own life, and I accept others for who they are. I find common ground with others rather than differences, as this brings harmony into my life and into theirs. So, I think this is saying, like, a lot of people, as I was saying, like, they try to find ways to be better than the next person, ways to be, like, shitting on other people or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? They look for reasons that they're different, reasons not to like them. When you get to the point where you're one with the universe, you start looking for ways you're similar to people, even if they don't have all the things that you have, even if they aren't, they might not have all the materialistic things, but you start looking for ways you can relate to people. Like, me personally, I'm at the point, what's that book called, The Four Agreements? When I read that book, it helped me to be able to understand how where everybody's really connected and we're all one. Like, I can see myself in everybody I come across. I feel like I became the type of person I can spark a conversation with anybody. I can hold a conversation with anybody. I mean, until I find ways to relate to other people, but at the end of the day too, you gotta find, you gotta look for people relating, trying to find ways to relate to you too, because when it becomes one-sided, I feel like it still creates a division. But yeah, when you see, as I see everything as part of my own life, so you could look at yourself separate from other people, but it's like y'all come into, when you cross paths with people for a reason, like, there might be some type of lesson you might be supposed to teach somebody, or some type of way you can help somebody, instead of like looking for ways to put them down or looking for ways to make them dependent on you or whatever. I don't know, but or looking for ways to make them look up to you or whatever. Like, me personally, I know I'm gonna always be like really, I don't like the word humble, because it means like lowering, it means having a lower perception of yourself or something like that. But the word humble is good. Like, it's just the way, overall way to describe, you know, energy, because sometimes people do get really big headed and they do need to, you know, they do start to think they're above others and they do forget, I don't know, but finding common ground with people and, you know, looking for where y'all and ways that y'all are alike more than separate, it helps you understand people. You know what I mean? A lot of people be thinking people want to be them, or people want to act like, maybe somebody just, you know, they just like you got a cute outfit, or maybe you just gotta, I don't know. Sometimes maybe people are looking at you like they can help you in some way instead. But I'm trying to start using the tarot in all my readings. I don't know. This is like, just when I say this was like really a going with the flow kind of reading, this is really just going with the flow, because this is really just me talking. So I'm gonna just pull a couple of these cards and see if we can get anything to go with the message. You know, basically they work on that solar plexus. Start finding ways to look to see your, you know, yourself and other people instead of feeling different. Freely express yourself. Definitely sit with your emotions. It's okay to sit with your emotions, and it's okay to it's okay to have the emotions that you have. If you feel sad, it's okay to be sad. Like, grief is if somebody's making you feel jealous, like, there could be something in yourself like, you know, why does this person make me feel this way? Meanwhile, that person probably came around to show you that you can do the same things that they can do. It's possible for you too. Like, okay, this is a regular person, then they can do, and they can do it, I can do it. I just gotta discipline myself, focus on myself, and come up with a routine to get all my goals, do all the things that I want. You know, this person ain't come around and try to make. Basically, people might not always be perfect. Like, just because you see them as, you know, like, they're focused, they're disciplined, or I don't know, they're not trying to make anybody feel like they're better than them. Like, maybe they're just trying to show you that you can do the same thing that they do. You know what I mean? You can, basically, you can win. Like, you don't have to be stuck at the bottom. You can build yourself up. Yeah, jealousy, envy, you know, things like that. Alright, what's that? That's the Ten of Swords in reverse. So, I feel like that kind of feels like what I was just saying. Like, maybe you're learning how to come out of the energy of feeling hurt, of feeling low, of feeling, you know, fear, feeling all the negative low vibrational energy, because all of those is like low vibrational energies. Jealousy, fear, envy, grief. Sitting in all that energy is negative and low vibrational. It's like, even with grief, shit. Okay, this is in reverse, the Tower in reverse. Yeah, the Tower, like, maybe you could have just had a Tower moment, like, you know what I mean? Maybe you had a moment where you feel like everything was falling, you're coming out of a time where feeling like everything was falling apart for you, feeling like it's hard to see how you're going to get to the next step, see where your life is going. Then we got the Three of Cups. Overall energy for this card is the Devil. So yeah, like, I feel like your mind could be playing tricks on you. Like, you're at a point right now, you're coming out of negative. The Devil is low vibrational energies. It's like, with this card, it's like somebody else is controlling this person, like pulling the strings. So it's like you're not even in your own energy. You can't think straight. Like, you know, he got his head down, like he can't think. It's like you're so busy focused on the next person or just things that don't pertain to you, or trying to get back at the next person, like anger. Like, I'm just, you know, using my channel to be open and transparent. Like, when I was young, I used to fight a lot. So it's like, I couldn't be able to focus until I got my hands on the person I wanted to get my hands on. So it's just like, I remember there's this one girl, like, you know, when my dad died, like, she, you know, was arguing with me on the internet, and she was swearing on my dad and all this stuff. And I remember I used to skip school just to go try to find that girl. You know, so I let my grades slip. You know, I let I just wasn't focused on myself. You know what I mean? I was so focused on this girl and trying to fight her, you know, and wanting to fight her. And, you know, eventually we did or whatever. And it wasn't worth it because it's like, I still feel like when I fought her, I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do to her because, like, low key, when you get married, you want people, like, you want to do people in the worst way, and then guess what? You might end up, if you kill somebody, you end up in jail. You can't walk away from that. But it's like, you know, letting those thoughts and emotions run through your head and control you. It's like, you cannot focus on your future. You can't see your future. You can't see how you're about to, you know, you're trying to bring the next person down. Now that I'm grown and I'm also into, because I didn't know about, like, spell work and stuff when I was a kid. I didn't know, you know, about people do spell work. So there's people too. I don't believe in doing, me personally, I don't believe in doing spell work because you're wasting your energy, your money, your resources on the next person, and you can be using that to, I mean, I believe in spell work because I believe in doing positive manifestation and all that too, but there's different types. Like, it's not that I don't believe in it or whatever. But anyways, I feel like people who use their power to throw all their energy at other people, it's like, now what if that person knows how to transmute it? What if that person's covered? What if that person's protected? Now you're about to take all that energy back that you sent out. You're about to be stuck in your head, worried about the next person or whatever. You know, I don't know. We in a time where everybody knows a little bit of magic for real. You can't put it past nobody. And what I noticed, most people who, like, there's this dude I used to watch. He was in a rock band. No, I watched this interview of this dude. He was in a rock band. He was talking about how he came across witchcraft when he was in high school, and he, like, hexed this dude, and he knew it worked because he hexed a certain part of his body, and he got, like, I guess in a car accident, and that part of his body is the one that broke. And he was like, dang, like, yeah, this shit worked. Like, you feel me? Like, it do work on people who's not covering and protecting, who's not, you know, praying, they're not deep in with God, and they're not, you know, it does. But at the end of the day, it's like all that come back because he in his 50s, and I was talking about, I turned my life around to Jesus. I remember when I first got into spirituality, there was all these people that used to basically come on the internet and talk about how, you know, they're turning back to the church and going back to Jesus. They're turning from witchcraft and going back to Jesus. Me personally, I feel like all those people who did that, they was doing dark, negative witchcraft spell work on other people, and that's why they felt the need to go back to Jesus because, you know what I mean, that's in my opinion, that's the starting point. Like, I believe in all religions. I like to identify as an omnist, like somebody who believes in all religions or whatever. So, you know, even the Bible tells you about witchcraft and tells you about spell work. So I feel like those are people who did all this spell work on people, and now they need protection. So their form of protection is going back to the church or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that because, like I said, I believe in all religions. So I don't denounce Christianity how a lot of people that's into spirituality do. Like, you know what I mean? It gets people through times too. Anyway, Ten of Swords in reverse. Resisting the inevitable. Not wanting to let go of negative emotions. Rock bottom. A narrative rooted in lack and helplessness. Devastating loss. Recovery. So yeah, as I was saying, this is like trying to, like, work against somebody. Like, I feel like this is trying to work against what's supposed to happen. It's going to happen regardless. So trying to stop somebody else from being successful, or, you know, because that's what most people do with spell work. Like, you're trying to stop somebody else's success through trying to stop their future. Like, some things is inevitable. So I feel like when it's in reverse, it's like, and it says rock bottom, like, that's putting yourself at rock bottom. So there could be somebody trying to, either you could be, like, you know, this could be you too. This could be you trying to do spell work on somebody and, you know, it bouncing back and making you hit rock bottom. Or this could be you recovering from rock bottom, like coming up from rock bottom. You could have experienced some type of loss, you know what I mean, and you're recovering from that loss. Let me see. Like, this is the collective reading, so there's going to be so many people watching this, so it's just like, the story could be different for everybody. You know what I mean? You could be the person that's doing the work, or somebody could have tried to do some work on you, and you're bouncing back from it. Or if you were the person doing the work, then you're learning how to, like, if you can't destroy that person, you're learning how to move on with your life and basically focus on yourself. Because, you know what I mean? Trying to stop that person is only stopping you and stopping your progress. So the next we got the tower. Let me wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up. We got the tower in reverse. Like, the tower upright is like things being coming into your life and being torn down. Bruh. Let's say 16. I'm like, I know I'm not tripping. That's why I need to put my glasses on. I'm gonna put my glasses on for next reading, because anyway, in reverse. Life becoming stale, refusing to change, fear of the unknown, avoiding a disaster, denial. Oh, so yeah, this could, I feel like if somebody's doing work on you, they're in denial. This is either the person, if somebody's doing work on you, or you're doing work on somebody. I feel like the person doing the work is in denial. They're refusing to change their ways, basically. Because the tower upright, it's like something coming and knocking your life down, but so it could be built back up better. But in reverse, it's like life, you're being stuck at a certain point in life because you're refusing to change. Hold on, baby. All right, so then we got the Three of Cups upright. So I feel like this is because the work that the person's doing is aimed at somebody's relationships. Like, the work was aimed at your relationships, your friendships, your abundance, your community, your siblings. It could be even a sibling doing the work. Somebody in your face it could be somebody that you felt like you were close to doing work on you. Sometimes a love triangle, a need to make amends. So maybe if you've been falling out with your family due to spell work, or falling out with people around you due to spell work, you gotta make amends. You know, I feel like, you know, this is more so if you having the work done on you. They were doing it doing it to people around you as well. So it's like you gotta make up with those people. Maybe y'all will come to a common ground. Cause this definitely came up under the solar plexus. So I feel like yeah, when people do work on your solar plexus, that's affecting your abundance. It affects your relationships, and it makes you attract narcissistic people. So you could be coming into, I feel like you could also be meeting new people that's better aligned with your ideals and the things you do in life. The devil is a Capricorn, so this person could be a Capricorn, the person that was doing the work, or you could be a Capricorn. So yeah, I feel like there's somebody attacking your relationships. You know, so they want you to feel alone. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to spell work, I feel like spell work only works on people who really I don't know who. Me personally, this is me personally. I feel like it only works on it can only work on people that's not really for you. Like, and I feel that way because it's like if people's lucky jealous of you and somebody starts to spell work y'all way or whatever, and their jealousy starts to come out, it's like, I don't know. It's like they gotta go and handle their issues with God, of course. But if they don't know how to handle their issues with God, then are they really for you? Is that a person that's really for you? But that's all I got for this one. I gotta wrap it up because it's getting 30 minutes. This is running 30 minutes. I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you for tuning in. If y'all like crystals, make sure y'all check out my website, vanityvibrations.com. I'm going to start doing personal readings soon on there. So anybody asking about personal readings, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to fix my website to do it. So be on the lookout for that. For now, if you want a personal reading, email me vanityvibes@gmail.com. Love y'all. I'm out.